G'day viewers, welcome to the end of another week, which means it's time once more for Totally Fucked Up Friday. And let's get into the obvious. Justin fucking Bieber. What's going on there, eh? There's a valid case to be made for don't talk about it, don't draw attention to it. He's got issues, let him work it out. But I fucking defended this guy to an extent, like particularly when people say, oh, he's a no talent hack. No, he is actually talented. I don't like the music he releases commercially, but then again, I'm hardly the target audience. It would be kind of creepy if a middle-aged man really liked a performer who was pitching himself to teenage girls. Just saying. But the behavior that he got arrested for just yesterday is fucked, not just because he's being a dick, but because he's endangering the lives of other people. That's when you cross a line, as far as I'm concerned. And when you read the story, some of his entourage blocked off a road with SUVs so he could race his yellow Lamborghini. You just think, dude, what are you fucking thinking? Yellow Lamborghini? Could you be more of a douchebag? For reals. It's just like, you could have killed someone. Yourself, sure, but that's secondary compared to killing an innocent person. And honestly, in terms of, oh God, be careful people who are having a meltdown because of the public pressures and whatnot, which is a real concern. But a tip for the Biebs and his family, sack everyone in that entourage. Because anyone who'd not only let you do that, but actively facilitate that, care fucking more about screwing dollars out of you than you ruining your life, killing yourself, killing someone else. Every person involved in that is a fuckwit. That includes the Biebs himself, but he can't sack himself. But you should most definitely sack anyone else who is there. Cut ties with anyone else there. Because those fucking pieces of shit would rather take your money than stand up and say, nah, that's bullshit. That bullshit will ruin your life. And if you've got people around you who behave like that, your life is totally fucked up. Get rid of them, Biebs, or you'll be fucking dead within a year, okay? Let's cross away from mindless celebrities and talk about mindless politicians. I've been ripping on Australian politicians a lot lately, and rightly so, because our current government are a pack of utter fuckwits. But I thought I'd just, give you a bit of a reminder. There's lots of fucked governments anywhere. And the UK at the moment, holy crap, some ridiculous shit is going down with David Cameron's Tories. Notably, the Great Firewall of Cameron. They go, we're going to stop everyone looking at porn. What could possibly go wrong with that? Apart from what goes wrong every time you do that, namely, you block sites that shouldn't be blocked and you don't block all the porn. It's fucking stupid. If the shit actually worked, I wouldn't complain as much. But my biggest complaint against internet censorship is it simply doesn't work. And this week they had the spectacular fuck up of blocking some updates for League of Legends because they had sex in them. Now initially you might go, well, if the game had sex in them and the Tories want to block sex, then that's fair enough. But there wasn't actual sexual activity in the games. It's just the file names for the updates included the letters SEX in sequence, and the stupid dumb as shit file went, what's sex? Let's block it. And there are just dozens of cases of this not working. The stupidity required to do things that don't work just for the appearance of, ooh, I'm stopping the internet porn, is just fucking stupid. These people want to break the internet. If you want to see how far they want to go, there's also intellectual property reviews going on in the UK. And if you've watched many of my videos, you'll know how much I fucking hate governments getting involved in the idea of intellectual property because they just do what the record companies and film companies tell them to, which bizarrely is not just counterproductive for internet users, not just for actual real content creators like me, but these moronic fucking record companies and film companies don't understand how much they're fucking themselves with this shit they do. And the latest, there's an MP called Mike Weatherly, who's Cameron's IP advisor, intellectual property advisor, whose advice is just going to destroy the internet and the UK's economy. So, hey, you know what we should do? We should send people that we accuse of copyright infringement to jail for 10 years. The ridiculousness blows my mind. And they're all talking about, like, Google's the boogeyman. You know what? People can use Google to find infringing copyright material, which is true. Google actually errs far more in favor of big companies, big record companies and film companies than they should. But that reality is not getting in the way of the Tories in the UK, bought and paid for by the record companies and film companies. They're going, oh, we should be fucking shutting down Google. Let's ignore the fact that Google generates billions of dollars of activity in the economy, not just for Google themselves. If Google got all the money, I could understand everyone being jealous. But the money doesn't just go to Google. Small companies, medium companies, large companies make more money from Google than they ever did from classifieds in the newspapers. It's just this complete disconnect from reality. I think Google makes too much money. Google makes as much money for everyone else as they do for themselves. It's not like Google is flawless. Google does a bunch of fucked things. If I was, let's just say when I'm Supreme Overlord, because we all know it's coming, Google will have to snap to with a few things as far as I'm concerned, because they have a lot of flaws. But this ridiculousness of people saying, in the name of making money, in the name of making capitalism go further, I'm going to impose restrictions on Google. Fuck you, people are stupid. Google is making you so much money, is putting so much money into the economy, and you fuckwits don't understand the degree to which you're destroying yourself. It's like the scene in Blazing Saddles with the sheriff with a gun to his own head, but all these fucking moronic companies are just going, no one move or the dickhead gets it. And they won't actually realise how much they've fucked it until all their wishes come true and they go, wow, did you notice that we make way less money now than we did the previous 5 years? Fuck, maybe we're morons and we don't know what the shit we're talking about. But they have nowhere near enough self-reflection to do that. They're just going to fuck themselves and fuck the internet, and we'll all pay the price. It's not just politics. You know, the other thing about Australia is always, everything's trying to kill you. Shit's trying to kill you everywhere. Which is true, but I also saw just one of the most awesome headlines ever this week, basically saying, ghost ship full of cannibal rats to land in the UK. We don't have that going on. No one's warning us about ghost ships full of cannibal rats coming to get us. What has happened? There's a Russian cruise liner that's been adrift for ages. It's a bizarre story where the people owed money to the crew and wanted thousands of dollars and they couldn't meet their debts, so they just abandoned the ship at port, and then it got swept out to sea in a storm, and it's just been drifting, occasionally losing a lifeboat. And people have guessed, well, the only thing that's going to be on this boat are rats, and if they're still alive, they're alive because they've eaten other rats. So they're cannibal rats. There's some sort of super rat that is really fucking set on survival. And some of these salvages have said, under international maritime law, if you actually find this ship, it's yours. No one owns it. If you find it and secure it, you can sell it for salvage, which could be worth millions of dollars. But the first thing that happens when you get on board is these super rats, the ultimate survivor rats, are gonna tear you limb from fucking limb. So yeah, if you want to make a few million on Savage, go looking for this boat. But when the rats come and get you, don't say I didn't warn you.